Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming here and getting the opportunity to listen to our story. Our company is called Silver Bear Resources. We're a small mining company based in the far east of the Russian Federation. We're finalizing our construction activities this year and moving into production in the first quarter of next year. We're a public company, thus here's the cautionary statement. The company Silver Bear has exceptionally high silver grade. The silver grade for the open pit operation is more than 1,000 grams per ton. The company is 85% completed in terms of construction and planning to move into production in the first quarter of next year. The company has a very good team. This is a team of proven mine builders and achievers. The exploration upside is excellent. There is a potential for multi-pit single plant operation. The corporate structure of the company. If you look at the pie chart at the bottom, you can see that the company has two major shareholders. One of them is called Atera Capital with a share of 24.9%, and another one is Inflection with a share of 62.8%, with a free float being just 12.3%. It is to mention that the two shareholders have expressed their willingness to reduce, when it becomes possible and appropriate, their share of ownership to a more reasonable percentage. We're currently trading at 15 cents per share Canadian. The market cap at the moment is slightly higher than $1 million Canadian. The company has a very experienced team. Graham Hill is a president and CEO of the company. Mr. Hill is a very knowledgeable and very experienced mining engineer and executive. He has 25 years of experience building and operating mines primarily in Africa and Central Asia. He was namely responsible for the development and operating the mine called Oxus Resources in Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan. This is important because the mining environment and regulatory environment in that part of the world is pretty much similar to what we have in Russia. Vadim IIchuck, CFO myself, I have 20 years of experience in the finance, primarily in the mining finance. Basically, well, virtually all of my career is within the mining industry. If you look at the map to the right, you can see the location of Mangazeyski Silver Project on the map of the Russian Federation. Mangazeyski Silver Project is the main asset of Silver Bear Resources. So the project is located right in the middle of Russian Siberia. The nearest city is city of Yakutsk, which is 500 kilometers to the south from the project. So logistically, the access to the mine site is by the winter road. So we have to deliver everything like fuel, reagents, material supplies, parts, everything to Yakutsk by rail, and then move it over to the mine site by the winter road. If you look at the picture at the left, you see these blue dots on a brown area. Those blue dots are silver deposits, and the brown area is called Yakutia Belt. This brown area is very well known for its exploration potential. Yakutians historically mined silver on this territory, and our exploration license at least partly covers this Yakutia Belt. At this slide, you can see the map of our exploration license area. The exploration area is pretty big. It is 500 square kilometers, which is very substantial. This blue circle in the center is where we have the mining license, and this is where we are building our processing plant and all the mine infrastructure at the moment. Those boxes, they are silver deposits, and they are in a pretty close proximity to the current mining license. So when we exhaust the vertical deposit, we can move over to all these deposits to continue the operations. There's a specific area of interest here to the south called Cuscuel and Orogondia. That's where we are going to conduct some exploration activities in the nearest future, do some trenching, drilling, etc., etc. We believe that here's the great exploration potential in this particular area in the south. Indicated mineral resources. You can see that just 4 years ago, in 2014, we had 16 million ounces worth of indicated resources. And just over the course of 4 years, we managed to increase the indicated resources to 36 million ounces. Basic resources. The average grade for Vertikalny Central is 1,200 grams per ton. In terms of reserves, the right side of the table, you can see that the average grade is more than 1,000 grams per ton. Obviously, we have other indicated and inferred resources. You can see them on the table. All of them giving us 60 million ounces of silver at this point of time. We compare ourselves with the other industry players in terms of silver grade. And if you look at this picture, at this table, you can see that most of the industry players have silver grade, well, ranging from less than 100 grams per ton to a maximum of close to 500, and ours is more than 1,000. In terms of economics, according to the feasibility study and preliminary economic assessment updated in August this year, we are going to process 110,000 tons per annum. The initial capex is 65 million US. Cash cost is just $8.37 US, with the total cost being 13.17. Given the current silver price, today it was like 17.19. You can quickly assess the upside potential. The IRR on a pre-tax basis is 48.2%. NPV at 5% discount on a pre-tax basis also is 88 million US dollars, which is pretty considerable for the company of our size. And the payback is just 2 years. Construction milestones, as I have mentioned, we are 85% completed in terms of construction, and this number, this percentage is of October 1st. Right now, this is the end of November. I'm pretty sure that the percentage is close to around 90. Initial commissioning has started. We have started cold commissioning in a plant, and hot commissioning on the waste rock is also underway. This is the helicopter view of the mine site area. You can, oops, sorry. Okay. This is the processing plant in the center. This is almost fully built and being commissioned. You can see the power station generators, the fuel farm, the open pit and the stockpiles, the boilers. So everything is virtually almost ready to commence production next year. This picture shows that just 1.5 years ago, we had a steel structure where the processing plant has been built already right now. This is just to illustrate, this is the fuel farm. We're going to store 8,000 cubic meters of diesel fuel at the mine site, and this is the standard truck which we use to deliver fuel from Yakutsk to the mine site. Hydrogeological drilling. We've started drilling just 1 year ago. We take water from under permafrost. Permafrost is 250 meters deep, which is very considerable. And here at the picture to the right, we can see the water pipeline fully assembled with the heating cables attached to it. This is an extreme cold environment. The temperatures get as low as -60 Celsius during the winter, very cold. That's why while structures like this have to have a heating cable attached to it to prevent it from freezing. The water tanks, here are two water tanks before installation, and here they are fully installed and the fire station built, totally built and commissioned. This is the exploration camp. That's what we had just 3 years ago, the exploration camp, and right now we have a modern camp, 2 buildings which can house 150 people. This is the progress in the open pit. I especially like this picture. This virtually shows how environmentally friendly we are. We can see the reindeer right in front of the processing plant. Well, in fact, the processing plant and the infrastructure was built right in the middle of the seasonal reindeer crossing route. We have excellent relations with the local communities, with the indigenous people of Yakutia, and the government of Yakutia is in full support of us. To summarize, Silverberry Resources has a very experienced team. We have exceptionally high quality assets, with the silver grade being more than 1,000 grams per ton for the open pit operation. We are going into production next year, in the first quarter next year, and the exploration upside is very good. Well, this is basically it. Thank you very much.
Long time, I appreciate it.
Very good.
Thank you, Vadim. A very good presentation.
Thank you.